A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
High noon and welcome in on a day after a night where we saw 386 runs on 14,212 ABS challenges in a night air that protected no baseball in Las Vegas as our Brewers defeated the Oakland, Philadelphia, Sacramento, Las Vegas A's 15-14, and Jake Bauers further solidified his run toward his first All-Star appearance. This is the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis and Tommy Up All Day, Up All Night Wirtz.
Sleepyhead.
I thought I was going to have to sleep here again, boys. I haven't slept here in a while, and I thought I was going to do it. I was thinking about it, and then I made the trip back home.
That's tough to drive home, yeah, with you being up that late with that post-game show. But, you know, you're up for it. You can do it.
I did it, and I don't have to get back in the mornings anymore here, right? Remember when we were working the mornings? Yeah. That's when I did it most of the time.
9 o'clock's a lot tougher. You got a little more space in your day now.
Yeah, we did it. We made it work. And I will stay up however late I need to stay up in order to watch Jake do this.
How about dead center? It's way back and way gone for Bauers. He's got a dozen homers on the season, and he goes to the deepest part of the ballpark. It's a 2-run game in Vegas.
You said you wanted to revisit the conversation of who the best offensive player is on the Milwaukee Brewers.
Every day we need to revisit that conversation and the Jake Bauers to the All-Star game conversation.
Well, first of all, you have to go hashtag vote Brewers and just put Jake Bauers unlimited times in your Twitter. And you can go to MLB.com to do it, but I know people are going to be upset because they're going to make them sign up for an account for something, and they're not going to do it that way. Can you just do
Bauers? Like, what do you have to do?
I would write Jake Bauers. I don't know. I don't know. But so vote on Twitter in that way. He's the first name on the ballot. I love that for him. And he's got the best OPS of any first baseman in the National League. And he also has the best OPS in all of Major League Baseball since the start of May. 1040.
Is that real?
That is a real stat.
What's great too is he's so versatile, right? Like, because then you can stick him out in left field, right field. Like he can do other things, and that's, to me, that just shows his like baseball acumen and his like why he should be an all-star. I mean, that to me is like prime all-star candidate. This guy is a true baseball player, does it all. Even sometimes as they're trying to figure out if he should play all the time, right? Like, it's like he's kind of had some moments early in this season where it was like, all right, is he going to be a full-time starter? And the guy just keeps stepping up to the plate and doing awesome things. So go vote for Jake Bauers for sure for the All-Star game. He deserves to be.
He's up to 8th in the National League in overall OPS. His OPS is over 900. Over 900 should mean you make the All-Star team.
Yeah,
like Shohei, Kyle Schwarber, Drake Baldwin, James Wood, Corbin Carroll, Jordan Walker, CJ Abrams are all going to make the All-Star team. Jake Bauers is next. Then Juan Soto, Bryce Terang, Brandon Marsh, I guess maybe is the only question mark there. Then Matt Olson, then Bryce Harper, then Michael Harris III, then Brandon Lau, and then Ellie Dela Cruz, and then Andy Pajes are all going to make the All-Star team. Jake Bauers has to make this All-Star team at this point.
It's a crazy world we live in where it can be that quick of a turn for you as well, because it feels like I've been defending that he needs to make the All-Star game to where it was he's not going to. Don't maybe he's not. Maybe he's not going to still. Maybe. Right. But you cannot tell me he does not deserve it, and he absolutely should be there to this point in the season for what he has done for this Brewers team. He has absolutely been one of the best hitters. And, man, how about our guy Wild Bill?
A drive, deep center field, it is out of here! What a bomb from William Contreras on 3-0. 463 feet to dead center. center.
Tommy, that is not what I want to hear.
Let's
That's
hear your take.
not
Tommy.
what you want to hear.
No,
Let's hear your
Tommy.
post game.
Where's Tommy's post game of that home run?
Oh,
They played it on Inside Wisconsin Sports.
did they play it today? Let me see if it's in the sound folder.
But I do not see it in the sound folder. So
Okay, I know exactly where it is in the podcast. So give me 20 seconds.
All right, take
here.
your time. Take your time. Because it was as good as it was. That Jeff on the call?
That was Jeff.
Jeff,
yes.
okay. As much as we love Jeff Levering, and he does a great job, he's phenomenal. Brewers Radio Network, Brewers TV Network, all the things. Tommy's airing of that home run was absolutely epic, and I can't wait to play it for everybody. This is the Mason Crosby Show, 414-677-1250, 414-677-1250. Again, Brewers win 15-14 in a game they trailed 8-4. I went to bed when it was 8-4, and all I did was I turned to Mrs. Thunder. We had just finished watching the basketball game, which we will also get to during the Mason Crosby Show, and I said to her, just a heads up, when we wake up, this score will be drastically different. I didn't know if it would be 18-10 A's. I didn't know what the score would be. I just knew at 8-4 in the fourth inning or fifth inning, whatever it was, when it was 8-4 in the third inning, this is not ending. The way this ball is flying.
And William Contreras just goes down to his butt. A 3-run dong off his butt. Are you kidding me?
That's
a
amazing.
3-run dong off his butt.
He went
For
down to
William
his butt.
Contreras.
He went down to his butt.
He did. He did.
That's the call of the year right there.
That was amazing. That was like when Matthew Golden got drafted. You remember that one from last year too? That one was also the same one. Kidding me? Dong off his butt. Goes down to his butt. A 3-run dong off his butt.
You could cut that some bad ways. It could be really,
yeah.
That could be really rough.
Yeah.
As it should be.
If you don't put 3-run in front of dong off his butt.
You know what? No one
different way.
No one on the Wisconsin Sports Network has more fun than we do.
No.
That's it. Like the Mason
We're crushing
Crosby
it.
Show is where you come for fun,
Oh.
no doubt.
Childish humor.
The Brewers now 41-23 on pace, I believe, for it's either 103 or 104 wins. They can go 500 the rest of the season and still win 90 games. So they can go 500 and win the division.
That's ridiculous.
Now they're not
I
going to
don't
win.
really mind either. I felt like I adjusted. That's another one, isn't it? There's another one up and over the pool. Andrew Vaughn goes deep. That's his second of the season.
Who are they talking to them?
Rowan.
You're good for 3 runs. Yeah, you were never leaving.
You are never leaving.
Joan, you were doing an interview all game long. I love that. I mean, it was just a home run fest. Now we know the A's hit 7 and the Brewers hit 4. But that's a good number for the
Which
Brewers.
is ridiculous. So I'll tell you this. I was going into my Brewers, there's no way they're winning this game. I do that about once a week probably with this team where I'm just like, we're just
Season over.
Write this one off. Maybe, I'm like they kind of figured it out against the Rockies, a little lull after that series. Didn't come out playing well against the A's. And then I wake up this morning and see this score and just this team just is different. Yep. I mean, they are just a different group of animals. I mean, it is so fun to see that, to wake up after a late night game and just be like, no way they just found a way to win this game.
That's the best way to put it, Mason.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Some of us didn't have to wake up. Some of us were up till 2 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Tom.
Well, I know Tommy's there, so it feels like I'm kind of there with him. So I just kind of let him, take those late nights. And then y'all wake up in the morning and it's like, all right, I rode that train with him.
Some numbers,
just a part of me.
Some numbers to remember as we still look at the Brewers, who are now out of 30 teams, 28th in home runs, having hit 9 home runs in the last 3 games? 10?
First of all,
because they hit 5. Then did they hit any in the season finale against?
How many
Rockies?
home runs do the Brewers have?
They didn't hit any against
for the season. They have 54.
They have 54 home runs.
Yep.
Since the month of June, the Brewers are second, only behind the Athletics because of the game yesterday in home runs in the month of June. So it helps when you play in Colorado. They
turns it up.
I don't even think Colorado is the place. I think this is.
They did hit 5 home runs in 1 game against Colorado. Not Colorado.
The Brewers have hit 14 home runs over the last 8 games.
Yeah. So and 9 in 2 games.
And they have 54 on the year. Is that what you just said?
Yep.
That's impressive.
So what's the math on that? 54 divided by 14, right? That's what we want to do.
I think it's 14 divided by 54.
Oh, that's what I meant. 14 divided by 54.
The Brewers are second in Major League Baseball in on-base percentage. They are 5th in baseball in batting average. They are tied for 3rd in baseball in runs. They are 2nd in baseball. They're 4th in baseball in RBI. And then it's amazing what they're doing without hitting home runs. Yes, they've hit home runs in June. I would argue that when 9 of those home runs are hit in 2 games, those are anomalies as opposed to trends.
They're trending the right way, though.
They're trending the right way, but
they're starting to get those bats a little
you
more
play what is on your schedule.
That's
Mitch
exactly
Nellis.
right.
You play. You cannot fault them because of the park of what they have done.
It's not a fault. It's just noticing trends.
The 8 games in June, the Brewers. This is the June stats right now. The Brewers have the most runs scored in Major League Baseball in June. Do you know who is second? It is the San Francisco Giants, who the Brewers played for 4 games. The Giants have scored 43 runs in 8 games.
They scored 18 in 1 game. Let's remember that.
The Brewers have scored 76.
Jeez.
That is first place. The
ridiculous.
second place team in hits is the San Francisco Giants. Actually, the third place team in hits is 69 hits in the month of June. The Brewers have 100 hits in the month of June. They have the most doubles at 23. They have the most triples at 3. They have the second most home runs at 14. They have the most amount of walks at 49. They are hitting 324. They have an on-base percentage of 412, a slugging of 553, a team OPS of 965 in the month of June. I don't care what stadium they are playing in. They are just hot right now, Mitch Nellis.
Oh, no. Let's make fun of the Cubs a little bit in this moment too. In the last 31 days, I saw that stat. They flipped like a 13 game deficit, right? Like I think they were 5.5 back or something like that, and now they're 8 up on them, or 7.5 up on the Cubs. Like so, in 31 days, I saw that Cubs went from first in a 5 game lead on the Brewers to now they are 8 games back after 31 days. So Cubs, you suck. Thank you. I just needed to say
I love that. It reminds me of was it July or August last year where they were just unbeatable?
It was kind of both,
Yeah,
but July
right.
was more
July,
so. Yeah,
late July.
I mean, it reminds me of that stretch. Now, remember, we are at the 9th of the month, so they've played a week of games.
Yeah.
So they still have a lot to go. But how far ahead they already are of the rest of the pack in the month of June is crazy. And they get 2 more games in Vegas. They can put up double digits in both of the next 2 games.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy.
I am terrified for Robert Gasser today.
As you should be.
The lefty on the mound yesterday with Kyle Harrison, which I don't know. It feels like that storyline doesn't need to be a storyline because I'm more glad.
I was going to jump into that a little more with Wags, just talking about that pitching. But
no, Wags had to cancel today.
Okay. Let's talk about it now because I was going to bring up Kyle Harrison and like how to what were the positives and what were the negatives of the game yesterday, because I feel like it was the first game that he started where it was like, kind of slipped a little bit.
It was the first game, like flat out it was. Now he got shelled for 8 runs yesterday and his ERA is still 2.7, which is kind of ridiculous because that's an awesome stat line for Kyle Harrison. Kind of feels like you don't want to be a pitcher in this series. Joel Kuhnel, the newest Brewer that made his debut with the team yesterday, talked about it before the game. You're going to hate pitching here. That's pretty much what he said in his pregame presser. He's the ball flies. The stadium is meant for home runs. It's a minor league park they're playing in right now. And the Brewers used that to their advantage yesterday, but you also saw on the other side of things, the A's did too. The A's also have a ridiculous lineup. I mean, Kurtz is a stud. That guy is going to be a big leaguer for a long time who makes a lot of money. Langoliers is one of the best power hitting catchers. Soderstrom is locked up on a long-term deal with them too. And they hit 7 home runs for good reason. I mean, they were, I think the park factor added 4 home runs only to the game. Like this game did just have a lot of pop in the game for it, But
the park factor was 4. I don't know what the wind factor was because the wind had a situation
4
as well.
feels like a lot.
4 is a lot. That's a lot.
I mean,
when in the terms of 11, though, I mean, they still hit 7 homers as a collective in this game, right? And 11 was the most in a game this season. The 30 runs was ridiculous, or 29 runs.
The A's are 10th in Major League Baseball in home runs. So for reference,
Kyle Harrison was getting squeezed a little bit on the zone. ABS was a big topic yesterday as there were 16 ABS challenges. You cannot tell me that's good for baseball. I'm sorry. 16 is too many.
But if they're doing 16, it means they got so many, they both teams got a ton right.
11 correct. And many people were like, how do you even get 5 wrong? Because you only get 2 challenges per team. Because you get to reset them in extra innings.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
They continue to reset every inning. You get one in extra innings, and the Brewers play a 12-inning game.
So the ump was wrong 11 out of 16 times?
Correct.
That's a bad zone by the ump.
That's bad ball.
That's a bad zone.
I still feel like you have the ability to correct it, though. So how do you?
Who has the ability to correct it?
The batter, the pitcher, the catcher, whoever is challenging during this. You have the ability.
Are you saying
they have
the ability to adjust to the umpire's zone?
No, I'm saying you have the ability to correct wrong calls as long as you still have challenges.
So why do you not? Like
so what do you?
ABS,
So you're arguing for it?
No, I'm arguing that you can't be mad at the umpire's zone during this.
You can still be mad at the umpire's zone for once the umpire sees that he's got 4 or 5 wrong. He should be adjusting his zone.
But you're not mad at the umpire?
No, you can't be mad at the umpire.
Sure you can.
But you don't like
it's the umpire's fault
either.
there were this many challenges.
Yeah.
He had that many wrong calls. His zone was awful last night.
But then why not just have infinite ABS challenges then if we're trying to fix this umpire's terrible zone for the entire game?
Because at some point, the umpire should adjust their zone, realizing they're off tonight, and I need to actually do a better job
if you're winning
calling balls and strikes.
You continue to keep getting.
That's the umpire's job, Tommy.
He needs to adjust.
No. The umpire does not need to adjust. The batter needs to adjust. That is
to
always
a bad strike zone.
That has always been what you said.
Right, but not anymore.
What you said.
Right. But ABS exists now.
No, it's garbage. It's garbage. You don't want. No one wants to see 16 challenges.
No, but everyone wants to see a strike zone that is consistent and actual.
But you can't then challenge it.
Right, and they did. And they did.
Okay, great. And then they win the challenge.
So what are you arguing?
Then you can't be mad at the ump anymore. The call was correct. Go. Boom. That's exactly how it is. It is 1,000%.
You hate ball without telling me you hate ball.
If the umpire is is off.
No, I could be mad at ABS because of the pace of the game getting thrown off the entire time through it. Then it's a problem. Now I'm mad that you can challenge when the game would just be rolling on during the entire
ABS
process.
and the pace of the game is thrown off because the umpire continues. Hold on, Mace. The umpire, the pace of the game is thrown off because the umpire continues to make bad calls instead of adjusting their strike zone when it's clearly been made obvious that they are making mistake after mistake after mistake. That is the umpire's job to adjust their strike zone to the correct strike zone, which is proven by science that they need to make a change.
Crosby, you had a point?
Well, I'm just thinking too, okay, so with that many bad calls, at what point would we have seen Murph or whoever made we're making bad calls, right, by the umpire? Somebody's going to go out there and probably get thrown out of the game, right? Like that would delay the game as well. If a manager is like, you just have been missing calls all game long, they're going to have to step out there and go to war with that umpire at some point. That is an egregious amount of ABS challenges. And the umpire should be held accountable in that.
And the 715 is saying here, Tommy, you can't argue with a computerized strike zone. No, I'm not. I'm saying you cannot argue anymore. That's exactly what I'm saying. That there is no reason.
Miss the argument. You just wish there was more of an argument.
Yeah. You cannot.
You miss that nuance.
You cannot be mad at the umpire for making these calls if they get corrected. Then the call is correct afterwards.
But what if though?
I explained
ABS
why you
isn't there. And he's making bad calls, it's going to affect the game because I do believe with that many bad calls, a manager is going to come out and kick dirt at the ump at some point, and it's going to affect the game and it's going to change the game up. I can appreciate ABS, but then I can also say the umpire, get your act together. start adjusting your zone so that like these challenges don't keep coming. Like I do think you can argue and like still be like mad at the umpire for like he's affecting the pace of the game because his zone doesn't adjust when he's clearly not calling the right calls on the field.
I think we're just going to never get to a middle ground on this argument, quite frankly. I understand the umpire needs to be better. I understand the umpire needs to be better. But if you are correcting the calls, you can't complain about any other calls. You have a chance to fix any call you don't like behind the plate. Now, from here on out, you have a chance. And if you are wrong, you lose that challenge.
Correct.
And now you're leaving it up to the umpire to continue to be wrong if you continue to get your calls wrong too.
Right.
So
but then clearly but if you're wrong, then the umpire's right. Then the umpire's getting the calls right. Yeah. If you're right,
then I think
the umpire's wrong.
Sure.
And the umpire needs to change.
Fixed. Then it was fixed. So why are we mad at the umpire?
But clearly it wasn't fixed because the umpire kept making bad calls. Yeah. He never adjusted.
And then every call that he got wrong
but
got corrected.
Right. So the umpire is the one who ruined the pace of the play.
Yes.
By not adjusting.
It's not ABS. It's
not ABS. It's the umpire.
The 414 says, why should the ump have to adjust?
Because the umpire was making wrong calls.
If you're worried about pace,
the umpire's wrong.
That's the umpire's
that's on the umpire.
Lack of adjustment. The batters, no one else has to adjust. They are using the rules to their advantage and saying this umpire stinks tonight. We are going to challenge every call that we don't think is right because his zone is so far off, and it clearly was. If you have 16 challenges,
920 says, should I take the over tonight? It's 11.5.
Yes.
I saw it as it's up to 13 at the Potawatomi Sports Bar. I'm still taking the over.
Really?
Let's continue this discussion. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis. Mason Crosby. Oh, it must be dad season. Always. This is the Mason Crosby Show. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby here with you. Mason, we're going to be Friday night.
I'm going to be at Titletown District watching the U.S. men's national team.
And how much do I
Paraguay?
How much do I have to pay to come and watch the game with you,
It's
Mason?
free, baby.
Oh, baby.
It's free.
And can I really kick soccer balls through uprights?
You better. Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean,
That
come
sounds
on
fun.
out. Let's see who can do it.
Man, that sounds like a blast. This is the Mason Crosby Show. The Brewers 15-14 victors over the A's last night. The Spurs 115-111 with victors over the Knicks last night. The over-under, according to the sports book at the Potawatomi Casino Hotel, with 13 for tonight for the Brewers game against the A's. The next, I guess Cubs and Rockies is 12.5. I don't know if that counts. There are no other over-unders in double digits besides at the Rockies and at the A's. That's it. Everything else is 9.5 or lower. Tommy, if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, Tommy has put up the umpires grade card from last night, the A's and the Brewers. What do you got for us, Tommy?
Yeah, so here's a few things.
Yeah.
2 things can be true.
Oh, if you say so.
All right. So the relative accuracy of this umpire was 3% below average for an umpire. Okay? So yes, this umpire did not have a good game. I can totally
had
get
a rough
behind
night
that.
last night.
I'm also showing this ump scorecard up here, in which it shows you the ABS challenges that were overturned in the game. It shows you where the calls were in the game in general. How many of them are egregious misses in your guys' eyes? Maybe the top of the zone, he got a little happy on some of those strikes,
It
right?
looks like one area, like on that left side of the zone. He was a little,
I mean,
guess his right side.
every one of these challenges is touching the zone. I mean, on the black, on this side, somewhere over here. I mean, all the ones you guys can't quite tell, but there's like a dotted line. So on the left side of your screen, if you're looking over here on that black line of the left side of the screen,
I need glasses.
there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like, that are all called balls that were overturned to strikes on that side of the zone specifically. So he had a pretty tight left side of your screen looking. It'd be inside to righties.
Right eye's a little off.
Yeah, inside on righties, outside to lefties right there. But everything is on the black, man. I mean, this is not anything that is
inside to righties is not on the black.
What do you mean? The zone itself is on the black.
So not the square, but the pink blob.
The pink blob that's around the zone is what they are estimating his zone was in his head.
Right. So it was there's like 5 inside balls to righties that are off the black.
His right side.
No,
he's a lot tighter on that.
On the right hand, if you're looking at the screen on the right side of the screen, that would be the lefty batter's box, right? Where it says the 1 and the 3 in the bottom right.
You're facing the plate. You're the pitcher facing the plate.
Okay. So then the left-handed side is where a lot of his challenges are over here. Then
Yep.
He had a tight inside on that on his right
inside
side.
the lefties. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So regardless, I mean, everything is virtually right around this strike zone. Maybe he's a little bit high on the zone, if anything else. That's where I would see
he's
it.
High and he's inside, either inside on righties or outside on lefties.
I don't think I really seriously don't think that ABS, where you're getting, a half an inch off the plate or whatever it is that much to complain about to where it needs to be a zone. Like those are pitches that are coin flips.
Right. They're coin flips, but 90% is a bad night for an umpire.
Yes.
Hey, what kind of pitch was it that Bill took the dong off of his butt? What was that?
Okay, that's not what I said. That is getting clipped. That is getting clipped.
Let's go.
But they don't show that. Those are just the pitches that were those are the pitches that were either called wrong or ABS challenged. That's it. That's not every pitch.
I was just trying to lighten the mood.
But he is
I don't want it to get too tight.
All over the zone. He's all over the zone. I mean, it's right there.
Do you know this umpire? Like, you seem pretty defensive about this.
No,
game.
I'm just saying that the ABS is pointless. It really does nothing to the game other than prolong a game and get you mad at an umpire for science.
Or get balls and strikes correct. Yeah, that's terrible. It's the worst. I hate getting things right. Why would I want to get things right? Let's be wrong.
Let's just be wrong.
From the 414 hashtag dong off his butt.
Let's go.
A couple other texts coming in here on the Nicolay Law talking text line. The 262, isn't the ABS official in constant communication with the umpire? If he's wrong this often, why isn't an official talking to him? If he is, why is the umpire being an a-hole during this?
Yeah.
Just a thought there. I believe,
that.
Good spelling on believe, the challenge should make the umpire fix his zone.
Yep.
414, my hair hurts and I don't have any hair. Tommy, you're out of your mind. Hi, Thunder. Barrister here.
Hi, Barrister. Good to hear from you, brother.
Tommy and Stalis, just because you can challenge the calls doesn't mean you should have to. And with wildly erratic strike zones like yesterday, which we just determined really not wildly erratic.
Little erratic.
Challenges are all borderline calls because you have to use them judiciously. How about the ump getting the call right in the first place and we play on? Okay, yeah, you guys seriously, I understand the ump needs to be better. The ump needs to be great.
Okay.
It's also 150 years of this is how baseball has been played.
Right, it's good to change. It's good to adjust.
It's like in the NBA, Tommy, where it's like if you fouled somebody on a rebound and the ball went off you and they gave you the ball because you were fouled. That was the call in the NBA for 80 years. And now with instant replay, you can't. The refs have changed that call.
And are you mad at the ref every time that call gets made?
When they get it right, no. I'd rather they get it right.
Well, or you can just challenge
it,
or
it
can
ABS
change
a lot
and it gets
better
right.
than what they do in the NBA, where the ref has to go over, stand at the desk, and do all the stuff. Put the headphone. Like, I feel like that process in the NBA when they challenge a
takes
call
way longer than ABS.
Like, that disrupts the game so much.
I think baseball challenges also disrupt the game way too much.
Well,
they take way
ABS
too long.
Pretty quick.
Were there any challenges last night?
Yeah,
Not
the
ABS,
one where Kurtz,
there were a couple of fouls. The one Wimby got fouled.
Oh no, I'm saying in the baseball game.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just saying there was one where Kurtz kind of stepped off the base, but was kind of on the base. That they called him safe at the time. And then they ended up overturning it. It really didn't look like there was a whole lot to overturn.
And back to you, Mason. There were two calls in the NBA game that were like the Spurs won on that 3-pointer, or the Knicks won. And then like 2 plays later, the Spurs had one, and kind of like, and they both ended up, I think, making the right calls.
I think they won both of them.
Right. Like both challenges were right by the team.
Yeah.
But those challenges take way more time and hurt the momentum. I mean, you talk about like in the NBA finals, when it's a game built on momentum, that hurts the momentum way more than baseball, where there starts and stops anyway.
Those are calculated challenges. I feel like Nick's challenged that one because he did get pushed, but it's like, think about that moment. I mean, Wimby hits the 3, gets fouled. He's shooting for a 4-pointer, and the change in momentum that, like, if the Knicks had won, they're looking at that and like, that was a big moment, and it slowed the Spurs down. It changed kind of like the pace of the game.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I think those are calculated in the NBA, but they do take a lot more time. Think about if we had replacement refs in the NFL, and like they're up there listening to New York, and they're helping them with every call. Did he get both feet down? Like, was that a personal, pass interference? All those things.
Yeah, we're heading in that direction, guys. That's all I'm saying. The more you start implementing this stuff, the more they will implement it for every single thing. Like, that's 100% what's happening.
If you say so.
That's what's happening. There will in our lifetime. There will not be an umpire behind the plate.
Are we gonna have somebody sitting here also getting our grammar right? We should have that, right? We should have instant replay on radio shows. Just get like,
let's do
pronounce words the right way.
No missteps ever.
Yeah, no missteps ever in anything.
I'm just telling you, we're heading in that direction. That's what's happening.
This is ABS, so we're not heading in that direction.
We are absolutely heading in that direction of no physical umpires being on the field.
Well, and no players either. It's all going to be robots and AI at some point.
Schwartz Center, worst take by Tommy. He makes 0 sense. Definitely needs a nap. Scotty Tiffany, maybe the ump was so bad because of the camera angle was so off yesterday.
Oh, rip it on the minor league park.
That was so minor league. The camera angle
that is
yesterday.
so minor league.
It was so minor
You know
league.
what's crazy about that, Tommy? Is you don't remember this, but back in the 80s, half of the baseball parks had that angle. Like, look at old Yankees clips. Yankee Stadium was off center.
Yeah, it was off center.
Like,
for
who?
Sure.
How did they think that that's the best camera angle on TV? And why didn't somebody before HD cameras came in come in and say, "Hey, can we get this right? Can we get like good angles, not like we have now?" Like, that was crazy in the 70s and 80s what we were looking at. I remember that. Yeah. Anyway, you guys don't care about.
We used to
Gidry and the
play
Yankees,
we played in baseball stadiums in the NFL, like
right.
and those were weird angles. Like
Yes.
it was
That's a
strange.
great
Like
point.
the stands would like be angled back off the field, and then like the camera angles and the screen was like tucked in the corner somewhere. You couldn't even see replay from the stands or from the field. So those were tough. I remember early in my career we played in Candlestick and San Diego and all those different
Oakland,
spots.
Alameda,
Qualcomm,
County Stadium.
And you're sitting there and you're like, and they didn't have like the iPads weren't even like readily available. So like to get a challenge called, it took a lot of effort and a lot of, a lot of coordination from the suite, somebody looking at the film, getting it down as quick as possible. So stuff has changed. And I think technology has its place. I don't see it going all the way away. I just can't fathom it being that, where there's no human element.
But I love how on fire the text line is, and I love. We just need Tommy to stay up till 2 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
That's a new rule. Tommy stays up till 2.
In lacrosse, if laces on a digital ball of ABS were turned, those balls would be strikes. Also a good point. Like, it's that close. The
Sometimes.
nickname we never knew we needed, Tommy Dong off his butt words. I'll be spreading this around to the family get-togethers from Dave and Cut Ahead.
So this isn't Bill Contreras, but I could listen to this all day.
How about dead center? It's way back. And way gone for Bowers.
I just want to listen to it once a segment. Just once a segment. Yeah.
Vote for
Bowers.
Bowers.
Part of the ballpark. It's a 2-run game in Vegas.
Tommy, I looked it up, and AI told me, and as we all know, AI is about to be our overlord.
Thanks.
AI told me that you can't vote on Twitter anymore with the hashtags. You have to go to MLB.com/vote.
Man, they're making you sign
Which is
up.
such garbage.
I miss the paper ballots. I want my
hanging chads.
The hanging chads all-star ballots.
Do you
all the
have
chads
to?
and brads.
Do you have to sign up for and like get a subscription to watch one of your teams?
I would.
Too?
That
like,
would be so
What
major
in
league
order to make
baseball.
votes?
What are you drinking?
It's like a probiotic soda.
Is
or
it
something.
grape?
It is. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do you have another one?
You can try this one if you'd like to. Yeah,
I
you
don't
should.
know.
cherries?
You got some AI germs that I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
All right. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis. Keep the text messages coming in. 414-677-1250. You guys are on fire today. It's been an absolute blast to read all the responses to the overlords taking over. And we made mention of a couple challenges last night in the NBA. Mason, I don't know what you thought about all the celebrities who are out there. We'll have to get into that as well. It's a lot. By the way, as we know, the Knicks won 13 games in a row, and then the president showed up, and then the Knicks lose. So good job, President Trump. Yeah.
Hey,
No, I'm just kidding. It's
Mamdani
also showed up, but apparently, did you guys see that Mamdani just paid like $1,000 for standing room only last night,
Did it?
and like stood with his buddies? That's crazy.
But
just stupid.
I don't know. Who knows? He probably bought the whole section and like just had it like
And gave it
made
to his
look
friends.
Good. It was just it was probably.
When's
publicity.
Taylor? I just want Taylor. Aren't Taylor and Travis getting married there next week or something?
At Madison Square
Yes.
Garden.
Robert Kraft.
That's
there
the
as
rumor.
well. I
Yeah.
saw Kraft.
Robert
there.
Kraft.
What's he doing? down
Robert
there?
Kraft is literally from Brookline, Mass.
Oh,
Like he's
my
a Celtics
Yeah.
fan.
What is
Get
he
out of
doing?
there,
Get
Kraft.
out of there.
You
Yeah.
jerk. All right. We're going to talk about the NBA Finals. We're going to continue this conversation about baseball because Gasser, there's going to be a lot of jokes tomorrow, Tommy, about like gas and lighting the fire can and all that because Gasser's
What kind of line are you going to have?
if he somehow figures
How
out
many I was gonna say
This is the Mason Crosby Show. Hey, it's the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby here. What's up, Mace?
Oh, not much. Just
No?
hanging out.
How's Nolan shooting?
I don't know right now. So
Okay,
I'm gonna go
he's out
back.
there. He's out there again today.
He's out there. Did not have a good day yesterday, but
Did he pull a Mason?
learned a lot of lessons. I don't like to call it that. No, I don't want to call it that.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
But yes, like competitive golf might not be in our family genes.
But good experience, right?
I think so. I think after the
He's
round,
not drinking while he's out there, is he?
Oh, and William Contreras just goes down to his butt. A 3-run dong off his butt.
Dong
Are
off
you
his butt.
kidding me?
Dong off his butt. You said it.
Why did you say
Dong
that?
off his butt. Dong off his butt.
I mean, that's what he hit.
Are you kidding me?
Imagine if Tommy really was drunk while doing the show.
Contreras just goes down to his butt.
Dong off his
3-run
butt.
dong off his butt. Are you kidding me?
Mommy Tommy says Mitch should stop asking AI questions and go back to using a magic 8-ball.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't hate that.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's one of the best clips
Are
ever.
you kidding me? Dong off his butt.
dong off his butt. That'll be
So drunk. Send that Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame.
That's it.
We
right
don't even
there.
need to nominate it.
No.
We don't even need to present it. It is automatically in the Hall of Fame.
as soon as I
clip of the year.
as soon as I said it, I knew like, oh, I did just say dong off his butt.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I knew it right away in the moment.
That is something for
It
sure.
only ever happens with me and Charlie on air together.
Yeah, there's a special energy when you put toddlers on the air, isn't
Dong
it?
off his butt.
Love
It'll
it.
be funny forever.
So Mace, you watched some of the NBA game last night, huh?
Yeah, it's it was the who's who on that front row. I saw, those seats were going for $150K a piece, which is
Chalamet in his
wild.
orange jumpsuit.
yeah.
I didn't
don't
hate
think
that.
I don't think that played. Yeah, I think he needs to, rethink that.
I mean, he's all in though. Like
he
he's legit. Like
He's
he's
locked
there
in.
during the regular
Yeah.
season. We were wondering if he actually has that as a season ticket because he's always sitting in that seat. But I feel like a Hollywood guy's like he's got to live in LA. He only goes to the game when he's in New York. Like,
I
do
don't know.
you get season tickets even if you live in a different city? If you're making $20 million a movie, or do you just
so many? I feel like he has to.
or do you just call up the team and you're like, hey, I need a ticket? Like I'm gonna break the fourth wall or whatever it is. Like Mason, when you're in town, like you can call the Bucks and they'll get you a ticket. And sometimes you'll be like really close, and sometimes you'll be in the 10th row, but you'll have a good seat. But like it wouldn't make sense for you to buy Bucks season tickets for the 5 games you're gonna get to a year.
That's true. Yeah, I'd be curious what he has, like what his setup is. But he goes to plenty of games.
Yeah,
and
he gets to a
clearly
lot of games.
Is actually like a super fan. This isn't just like a show up for the NBA Finals and make sure that your face is seen and try to get pub. Like he is a true Knicks fan.
We should.
I'm here for that.
We should call Rob Hall, see how he would do with this whole process.
Yeah, I know Rob Hall. Obviously has season tickets, and he's pretty close with the tickets that he has over the last couple of years.
So. Thinking about that, I mean,
I'm gonna
there's
see him
no
on
way.
Thursday, so I can.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
there's no way he gets to every game. And I don't remember once him calling me and Tommy and being like, "Hey, you guys want my tickets
He
tonight?"
did. He did offer me. He did give me tickets one
He
day.
offered-
He did give me tickets.
Man, geez.
I quit.
I'm
that
sorry.
hit Mitch in the heart.
I'm
That just-
I'm
that just-
texting him right now.
Dong off his butt. Remember that? Mitch?
No.
Remember that? Yeah.
So Mace, what are your thoughts now? And by the way, in the 1 o'clock hour, we're getting to Sorsby, so don't worry about that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was waiting to see what we were gonna do.
We're gonna reset at 1 o'clock, and that's where we're gonna go. We're going college football, and is college football over? Like, is it over?
Yes.
Yeah, and the answer is
pretty
yes.
much.
Mason, who do you predicted the Spurs to win the title?
Spurs in 6.
The Knicks won the first 2 games in San Antonio. The Spurs have now won game 3. What is your prediction for this series at this point?
I'm still Spurs in 6.
So you think they win you think they win 4 in a row
I
and
do.
close it out
I think so.
in New York?
I do think it. Like that was my prediction, and I still think it could happen. But this feels like a game, like a 7 game series. Like it feels like it's going to go down to the wire.
Do you think the winner of game 4?
These are fun games to watch.
I kind of think the winner of game 4 wins the series.
Okay.
Like if the Knicks win, they go up 3-1, they win. If the Spurs win, I don't think the Knicks can come back from losing 2 games at home.
Are you kidding me?
I agree with that. Going back to San Antonio. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. In the 1 o'clock hour, we are going to discuss what the hell is going on with college football and the immediate response by schools and ADs and coaches. I love it. Texas Tech, sorry, Mason, going down. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
Welcome back. Hi, Mason.
This is the Mason Crosby Show.
Wait, what is this?
I think it's the Mason Crosby Show, and it is high noon in Provo, Utah.
Always.
Yeah.
Home of the Stanwicks. That would be Alan Stanwick's parents.
I have
Yeah.
some news.
Oh, okay.
That
it doesn't have to do with
Sparky. Tell
Antarctica?
Sparky he can say it right there.
Oh,
He was right.
Sparky.
Say it over the air.
What news do you have?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, now introducing Steve Sparky Pfeiffer.
I didn't need to come on the air.
Well, you are now.
I just came in over to tell Tommy some Brewers news potentially.
You
that's
wrote
out there.
something. Wow.
I did say something. Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
Spencer Michaelis, who you guys have had on this show before, right?
I've had him
believe
on.
so.
I've had him on. I think,
Yeah. Tommy's had him on before. Big Brewers guy, so forth. So sources are telling me that the Brewers have, as speculated, agreed to terms on an extension with top 100 prospect Luis Lara. The deal is expected to be for 8 years and roughly $30 million.
nothing.
With 2 team options and incentives
That
and
is
escalators included. That's not even $4 million a year.
Yeah,
He's
wow.
21.
Trade him. Trade him now.
I mean, that's
Trade him
crazy.
now.
Trade him now. Trade him
He's-
now.
by
He'll
the
never have
way-
more value than right now.
He's 5'7".
Right. So trade him now.
Yeah, he'd be center
Trade-
on your basketball team.
Yeah. He'd be the. Oh, he said.
can't hear it.
Do you want to hear
Can't
what
hear it.
Tommy just said?
What?
He'd be the center on your basketball team.
Yeah, probably. But it gives hope to us short people. I mean, if you're like 5'7" to 5'9", you
True.
can play for the Brewers. Just
Yeah.
keep your heads
Yeah.
up.
Jackson's
Exactly.
gonna be
That's
there.
where they live.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
they
is-
got
all right.
it. Thanks, Spark.
Thanks, Spark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trade him now. Trade him now. He's got the.
No, he's gonna be
Trade him
here
now.
forever. They have their outfield prospect depth is way less. I mean, maybe they move Adam Shefsky permanently there, and Braylon Payne looks awesome too. But
Jet Williams.
Churilock-
Jet Williams is also an outfielder.
no, he's not going to be anymore.
What do you
He's
want?
got to be.
What
It's
are the
gotta
what are the odds that they're going to trade him? I'm sure Sorsby knows.
Oh, Kalshi.
You like that one?
Nice,
Oh,
Crosby.
you like that one?
That's how you
Yeah.
started off in Provo, baby. Yeah. Yes.
1 o'clock hour coming in hot.
So I love the fact that the Sorsby ruling happened, and immediately University of Georgia and the entire Big Ten and the Nebraska first, and then the Big Ten all said, we are not playing against Texas Tech in any sport ever again in the history of Earth. Love
Yeah.
that. Love that.
So do you hold are we holding Tech
Yes.
like over the fire too
Yep.
and saying like, hey,
Yep.
like y'all have a responsibility
Yep.
to say like we shouldn't have this guy on our team.
Yes.
Like, he broke rules. Like we're
He
gonna
gambled on his own
we're
games.
gonna get rid of him. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like why are they not stepping up and just saying like we don't care what the injunction, all these things, like this can't be allowed.
The ethical lack of depth that exists in Lubbock is embarrassing.
Not anyone from Lubbock or
No,
born
no,
there,
no.
right?
Just
'Cause I was
like
born in Lubbock.
right.
So
Currently
okay. Watch
in the
it, Tommy.
administration in sports
Watch it,
and
Tommy.
university in Lubbock.
I don't know what, like exactly. Like, where is we need more of that conversation. Like until these universities actually hold themselves and the players that they bring in accountable as well, like nothing's going to change. Also, like the NCAA has its faults and its flaws and all of its issues, but it's made up of all these universities and all these teams, and they need to also hold themselves and the players that they bring in to a higher standard and say gambling at this university is not acceptable. It's not going to be allowed. Sorry, go find yourself another
They've
team.
already made rules where it's okay to bet on the college athletics while you're in college for these guys. They have already moved the goalposts to a ridiculous standard that was bound to open the floodgates open to something like this happening. This is what the NCAA got. They absolutely now look like pansies, for lack of a better word. I don't know what else to say. Like the NCAA is what we thought, this massive corporate garbage organization that's exploiting everyone. And really, they're just getting exposed that no, any judge that's a fan of a college football team can just say, screw you, NCAA, and he can play.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Sorsby better be good. I mean, he better ball out. Like, it's just kind of like how does
Sorsby's never playing for Texas Tech?
He's never playing. No way he's playing.
Because if he plays, then like, is anyone going to play them?
No.
Like
No.
How does this work in the Big 12? Like, do those teams start saying like, "Hey, we just won't play"?
I think they are.
Tech.
I think they're going to say you can't. Like, no.
That's wild.
Ryan Herring's friend of the show, Locked On Badgers, had a pretty funny tweet out there that was, I'm going to miss all those classic Texas Tech Big Ten matchups. Did anybody think of the kids during this decision? but still, Texas Tech can't let him play. To your point, Mitch, they cannot.
Right. I don't even think of the revenue producing sports, but I think of like there are swim meets and track meets where there are 30 teams at, and if Texas Tech shows up and all those teams refuse to participate, like what do those events look like?
Does Tech just win all the national championships?
Yeah, I think so. I think you just give them the
every
medals
team
now.
Forfeit like to play against Tech? They're like, oh, sweet, we went undefeated. We're winning a natty now.
So there is supposed to be a zero tolerance for NCAA athletes placing any bet on any sport that the NCAA sponsors for a championship. Tommy, the ruling that was made, I thought earlier this year was that NCAA athletes can bet on pro sports, and we were saying like. But I don't think there was ever a ruling that NCAA athletes can bet on NCAA sports, any sport.
I'm pretty sure there's definitely something that we can look up and find like exact wording, but it's whatever sport you play in, and in that league, like across the board, like you shouldn't be able to bet in.
Yeah, in November, the NCAA voted to rescind the rule change allowing bets on pro sports,
which we were talking about how that could also be problematic,
right? Because if I'm a senior at Florida and a rookie who I was teammates with last year at Florida is now a rookie on the Cincinnati Bengals, and he gives me inside information at Florida, I can go make $10,000 because I know that Jamar Chase has a bad hamstring,
right,
and is not going to have a good game.
And that is a conflict, but I guess in their minds they're saying like, if anyone has a relationship with any of those players, they can leverage that in a sense. They can get that information. It's whenever you are directly involved with a program and in that sport on a day-to-day basis, there is intimate knowledge that can be used to try to gain an advantage. And it becomes, again, then it's like, sure, they use mental health and his addiction and all of that. And that is the problem, right? It becomes an addiction where it's just like, I have to keep betting. I have to keep going down this path.
Sure.
But I'm not sure that's an excuse to be able to get off the hook.
Yeah.
Right. Like it is something to get help with. It's not an excuse to be able to just say like, oh, you're exonerated. You get to keep playing.
Well, and that's what people are saying. I was listening a little bit. Am I allowed to say I was listening to the Dan Patrick show earlier today? Patrick show earlier today, and they were talking about like, all right, so somebody has, I mean, we've seen it 3 times in the past 10 days, domestic violence in the NFL, right? We've got Packers, we now have Rams, and we have Broncos, right? And what if a college kid is in a case and he's in the middle of a case and he just claims, oh, if you suspend me while I'm innocent until proven guilty, that hurts my mental capacity. I need to be able to play. And then they sue the NCAA and they win because of mental health. Like,
because they're calling it an injury, right?
Right.
Like they use the word like injury, like it would cause significant injury that he couldn't overcome. And I'm assuming that means like a brain injury, like on the mental health side of things. So, it's a fascinating space. That Broncos one was interesting. Like, what do you think about how they worded it that he ate the phone? Did he actually eat it, like consume it, or do they just like say ate the phone that he put it in his mouth and like broke it or bit it
and like bit it to break it? Like
I
snapped it off.
I would have used bite or bit the phone or like broke the phone with his mouth. Like when I hear the word ate it, I'm like I assume consume.
Right? Did he put mustard on it and put it in the slow cooker?
Yeah, he swallowed.
That's weird. I saw that in passing and I was like, it didn't even make sense. It didn't even register with me. I should have looked at it closely, more closely, like you did. 414-677-1250. Can you trust college sports if Sorsby gets to play? Can you trust? And I know that they had the 4 judges in that county were all Texas Tech Law School graduates. So they were all taken out. And then they brought in like a retired guy from Houston. Was it Houston? I thought it was Fort Worth, but he was okay. They brought in a retired, like what, how do you mess this up if you're the judge? Like, how do you reschedule a date for after the season's over? How do you get this wrong?
Yeah, I don't get how you come into this and like, I guess as the judge, like find enough evidence to say like, sure, oh, like he didn't know what he was doing. He had an issue, like all that. Like again, those are serious issues, and we're diminishing truly like mental health and addiction, properties and like people that are struggling with that by allowing someone in this space to play because it would affect his, him long term and all these things. It's like he made a choice. He should get help and he should be suspended like at least a year.
It's like, oh, I'm an alcoholic. I went to rehab and now I'm joining a drinking club and they're going to watch me and they're going to make sure I'm okay. No, you're an alcoholic. You can't drink anymore. You bet on your own team and now you're going back into college athletics. No, you
can't be drunk on the field.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you can't be betting and you can't be on the field.
Also in 2023, Sorsby played 10 games for Indiana. I mean, he had 15 touchdowns that year. Like this guy it wasn't just like he, some people are like, did he really impact games? Yeah. Like he played games as a freshman, redshirt freshman that year. He played 237 pass attempts. Like
now he gets $5 million too, like just to say, well, sorry, you were struggling with that. We'll give you $5 million.
If I'm in charge of that NIL fund, I want that money back. Ron is in Rome. Ron, you're on the Mason Crosby Show.
One aspect of this gambling that I don't hear discussed much, it doesn't matter if you have insider knowledge or anything. If you start owing people a lot of money, people with crooked noses show up and say, you better throw this game 2 interceptions or we're going to break your legs.
Yeah, that's always the concern. And I think that's always been part of the protecting players from the gambling side of things as well. It's not just them sitting there and like placing bets, like and doing a few things on their phone. This thing starts escalating. And once you get to a point, people start coming at you and like they will put you in positions that are not good. So you have to stay above it. And that is the job of an athlete. When you get into that, you in a sense, you might not sign the contract, but like if you do sign a contract, if you're getting paid, especially like they do now in college, when you go to the NFL, in that contract says you will not gamble on NFL games. Like it is in the contract.
So Mace,
like, you have signed a contract and you agree to not break those rules. And if you do, there are consequences.
I knew you'd remember from when you were a rookie going into the NFL about the talk. Do you remember Colorado? Like, did they talk about this when you come in as a freshman or you make the team? Did they talk about gambling at all back then when you were in college?
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember those conversations. Like, I'm sure it was touched on.
Or is it just so out of the realm of possibility? Like, of course, no one's going to gamble on college football while you're playing college football. Back then, at least.
Back then, it did. It almost felt like, but I don't know. No, like we had to have had those conversations. It feel like it's a long time ago. I don't remember like the specific talk, but think about prior to, NCAA cracking down like the SMU stuff and like that, like people were getting paid all the time. And there were like the gambling, like institutions that were infiltrating universities and teams and like getting them to throw games and different things. There's like that was the Wild West. And then it got controlled and contained, I feel like, for a period of time. It almost feels like we're reverting back. It's like we're going back into a space where now, especially with a ruling like this, like what's going to stop guys from like kind of skirting the edges and not being honestly afraid that like their livelihood and their job and their career could be in jeopardy if they go down that path. Like you just kind of took those restraints off. And now there is literally there is law that's been passed, and there is precedent to say you can get away with this if you go down this mental health path on, like, I got caught up and I have an addiction, like, please give me a pass for the following season.
Or the money path too. Like we're back, there's plenty of people who claim, hey, you got money, you can get out of a lot of situations, right? And maybe it's not this Sorsby money, even of $5 million. Like Texas Tech has been known to throw a lot of money around in this NIL era too right now.
Yeah.
Not just on the football program, but in all their athletic programs during this. And it just feels like they're buying their way through the rules on top of it too, because again, Texas Tech should be disavowing this kind of action as well. It's a bad look on them.
Yes. That's a big issue, and it's showing that in their mind and their structure of how they're doing this NIL space, money talks. It's just about dollars and cents, and how can we bring in the players and pay them to come to the university and try to help us win games, and less about like doing it the right way.
Student athlete.
The student athlete
doesn't exist. Yeah. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. Throw up your texts into our text line and we will get to them. But let's go to Tommy in Bayview. Tommy, you're on the Mason Crosby Show.
Hey boys, how you doing today?
We're doing all right.
How about you?
Getting into it.
Good. Yeah, I'm kind of irked.
Yeah.
This whole blaming it on mental health now, that just irks me, man, because
as it should.
There's a lot of people out there that are suffering from stuff that legit try and get help and try and fix themselves. Mm-hmm. And to use this as a reason to get into college football, it just really grinds me the wrong way. Really, really does.
As it should.
Look at all the veterans and all that out there who are suffering, and they don't get it. It's like they're making light of it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Tommy. It's like they're making light of it. They're using it as an excuse. They're coming up with this, and it's like they're belittling those who actually have depression or anxiety or ADHD or mental issues that they're dealing with.
Also, the term "guys with crooked noses," not a fan of, because I have a crooked nose, and I try not to go after people.
Okay,
but,
all right. You're out of that. We won't put you in that category.
Yeah.
And eventually, can you guys talk about how crappy Sal Frelick has been this year? And maybe we should look into replacing him.
We will
this guy is weak sauce. I don't think he could hit a home run in a little league ballpark. Right?
We will put that on our radar. Thanks, Tommy.
Put it on there.
He's going to hit 2 home runs tonight. Thanks, Tommy.
That'd be great.
But I think that aspect of it is true about the mental health discussion. Is like, we've worked so hard in our society to get rid of the stigma around mental health and be able to talk about that. Now, I've talked about this a lot when I talk to groups about how my 13-year-old, when she was 5 and 6 and 7, and she was seeing a therapist, she would walk into a room of 100 adults and say, "I'm in therapy and I love it." Like, if somebody asked her, she was proud to be in therapy because she had a lot of stuff she was dealing with. Her brain chemistry is just different. Yeah. And I think we've worked really hard in our society to get there. And now we've got like this jackwagon of a piece of crap using this, and like,
trying to use it to
and granted, advantage. He's got mental stuff going on. There's no doubt in my mind he does. But for this to be the cause of why he's allowed to cheat and steal and rob, no, this is not okay.
But then that's the question too, right? Like, sure, we hope that like you can be rehabilitated and move past this, and an addiction, all that. Like, but if you're addicted to gambling, you haven't, like, you might be addicted to other things, and so like there are people struggling that cannot work because of some of their mental health issue, and like, or they can't even get a job or hold a job because they are struggling in that. So he's going to get suspended 2 games, and then just like he's going to be fine to play football,
right?
And learn all this stuff,
be around
all
sports and have all the inside information.
And it's like, that's not fair to him or to anyone else that is struggling with a mental health issue to say like, 2 games and a little bit of help, and he'll be over this and he'll be able to play football and manage all of that correctly. Like, if he can do that, then he truly made a decision that was bad, and he got caught up in something that was bad and that he shouldn't have been doing. And I look back at my time in Colorado, like, why is Texas Tech and why is their university and the faculty there not up in arms and saying, like, we don't agree with this? I was at Boulder, Colorado, and Gary Barnett got fired because he made insensitive comments about a female kicker. And again, in a time when there was like a lot of sensitivity about stuff that was going on in recruiting, and he got fired, and the faculty was the big push in that. They were like, this is not okay. This can't be allowed. And like, so what is happening in society that it's just like, this is okay. Like nothing is going on. I'm holding Texas Tech and that university really responsible in this as well.
So we're talking to you, Reese Crosby. You heard it right here. Yeah.
Wow.
On top of that,
Picking on
I'm
Reese.
just saying, like, we talked about this also.
But
that
it's not just Tech. It's all.
It sure felt like, I don't know if Indiana's even a really good example of it, but it felt like Indiana, maybe it's because they had poster child Fernando Mendoza, like the ethics and college football argument of how many successful teams do it an ethical way. Now they got the NIL era where they can spend as much money as they want, or however much money they were spending, which still wasn't even the most in the sport last year. But ethics in college football are like oil and water. They just don't go together. And the best teams are probably the most unethical teams for the most part. Sure feels like it. And that's going back way before this era of college football, right? I mean, you got USC, you got Miami, Florida with all the people getting arrested on that team, right? And, I mean, just like ethics in college football, they don't jive. They just don't jive.
Yeah, it's been an issue. And like, I do think we pointed to NCAA for a long time and like almost asking them to try to control it or like, or then it was like, they're coming down too hard. And now it's back into the Wild West where it's just like, they're like every university, every team is trying to skirt the rules, bend the rules, find ways. And we'll see what Texas Tech does. We'll see if they step up and say, all right, like we can acknowledge the ruling, but we're not going to go along with it. And we're going to make our own decision. Exactly. And so we're just going to have to see what happens there.
Yeah. I as we like to say, developing situation.
It's a developing situation.
Yep. Let's take a peek a little bit in Green Bay and see what's going on in mandatory training camp. I know we got some kicking stats from today. Smack that. We're gonna smack that. Just
I saw our buddy Andy Herman say that the Savion Williams jet sweep is still in the playbook, and it didn't look great.
It went as well as you thought it would go, but LVN is doing some things too. So let's take a look at. Oh, relax,
Micah
Tommy,
Nostradamus Parsons.
Man, you hate LVN.
Who also thinks Caleb Williams is the best player in the league now? You saw that?
Yeah, I would say that. That's great. That's just playing the mind games, bro.
Tommy will tweet it out later. Don't worry.
Tommy's the best voice on our air. This is the Mason Crosby Show. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mason Crosby, Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz here with you on this beautiful Tuesday. Mace, you guys ever do Taco Tuesday?
All the time, yeah.
All the time?
Does Nolan make them?
Nolan's busy today, bro. He's got a golf crooked.
He does sometimes.
Well, he made the chopped cheese tacos or whatever, right? Like just
Oh,
recently.
that chopped steak sandwiches, right?
Those
Did
were,
he make steak sandwiches?
They were like, it was like a ground beef, but it was like a deconstructed like burger patty. It was unbelievable. He crushed it.
Man.
We made the kids like made their own Big Macs the other day.
How'd that go?
It was way better than a McDonald's Big Mac.
Oh,
Well, shocking.
Mhm.
Just like it was just like they did it. They crushed it. I mean, they made the the
Did
special
each
sauce,
kid
they
make
did all
their
the stuff.
own?
Yeah, they all kind of.
And did you sample each of them?
They
Like,
all
were
have-
their dad
did they
taxes?
all
Or
have
what?
They brought me one.
They all
Okay.
have 3 buns. Is that why they were Big Macs?
Yeah, they did like the 3 buns.
The bun in the middle.
Okay. I had made some pasta yesterday, 2 nights ago, something like that, because she wanted Olive Garden, and I was like, well, we have Olive Garden at home. I pulled a we have Olive Garden at home type
Wow,
thing.
it's like to a kid.
I know. Yeah.
No, we're gonna eat at home. We have the food at home.
I had some leftover meatballs that I had made. Threw those in there.
Big Rumble, we love poke at our house. Big Rumble
Ooh,
has
I love
started
poke.
buying like flash frozen ahi from the neighborhood
Oh.
spot and like making her own poke bowls.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't
like
know
that.
if I've had a poke bowl.
No? Oh, let's
Yeah,
go get a
like-
poke. I'll get a
you
poke
like
bowl with you,
sushi?
bro.
Yeah.
I do.
some
Yeah.
poke
No,
bowl.
Yeah.
I wouldn't not like it. I just don't know really what it is.
Well,
I
it's
think.
it's just like it's just the stuff with edamame, and you can either get rice or over a better lettuce, and with the soy sauce, and like,
so good.
but it's all like in a bowl. So it's
Mm.
basically like sushi in a bowl. It's delicious.
Why does sushi need to be put into a bowl?
No. It's just like, what do you mean? Why is a burrito
Sushi
need to
Is
be
it
put in a bowl?
deconstructed sushi?
It's
Yeah,
deconstructed
deconstructed
sushi,
sushi in a bowl.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's,
good.
it's delicious.
I could probably get down with that.
Oh,
yeah.
you definitely you would
You guys
crush.
so
put,
good.
do you put like yum sauce in
Oh,
the
yeah.
poke bowl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Soy
could-
sauce
Or whatever,
garlic.
ginger, garlic.
I think I'm
Yeah.
more yum than soy on my sushi. I don't need any soy sauce.
Can I get? I'm more yum as a drop.
I'm more
Tommy
yum
Tommy
yum
yum
soy.
yums. Tommy yum yums. It's
Tommy
more
yum
yum.
yum.
Oh man.
Tommy yum. Love it.
Dong off the butt. Yum
Dong
yum
off.
soy.
Yum.
Wow. I
Yum,
mean,
yum.
this is a rough 24 hours for me. It's a
Or
rough-
great or
the
great.
best. Or
Yeah,
the best
it could be-
24
yeah,
hours.
One
exactly.
of the best.
The Packers at mandatory mini camp right now going
Yep.
on.
Forced camp. Yep.
Is it? It like
It
there's
is-
a lot of guys who are there but not practicing, right? So if you're in any sort of rehab, you
You
don't
have to be there unless you're excused.
Okay. So you have to be there, but you don't necessarily have to be out on the field if you have like a hangnail or something, right?
Yeah, obviously they're going to manage. I'm sure Marshawn Lloyd's not practicing.
No, he is actually.
I was just joking.
Yeah. No, he made a nice
Didn't
cut.
LaFleur say something about that?
He did,
He's
he
like,
did.
we're learning this player and how
Yeah.
to manage him and
Right.
all those things. It's
Yeah,
like,
he had a nice cut.
basically just don't play him so he doesn't get hurt.
How would you react, Mason, as you're 15 years in the NFL at this point, and this rookie for 2 years? I don't know why I called him a rookie now. This player is entering his third year, and he's just been banged up. And LaFleur is saying something like, "Well, we're learning how to manage this guy here and we'll understand him a little bit more."
Yeah.
Like, as a player on that, are you not thinking that's a little garbage if you're hearing something like from your head coach on a guy who has not proven his availability to this point?
No, I mean, I don't know if you like read or listen to any of that, but yeah, I mean, I think across the board, like as a player in that locker room, you understand what's going on. Like you're like, all right, this guy needs to figure out how to stay on the field, or he's not going to be a viable option for this team much longer, right? So like, I think those things start building, even if it's not spoken. Everybody kind of understands like this is his shot. Like it's time for Marshawn Lloyd to show that he can stay healthy and get on the field, or he might not be a teammate of ours anymore. So,
And obviously this year there's a little undercurrent of unknowing what's going to happen with number 8
for sure.
and they need something out of Lloyd. Like, and not just because of that, but also because they let our buddy go, Manny, right?
Yeah.
They let Manny Wilson go. And
Big Manny guys.
yeah, but we loved Manny last
Yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
I saw that Trey Smack was 7 for 8, including finishing the session with a 51 and 58 yarder.
Okay.
So
Reaching back a little bit.
so clearly all of the rookie mini camp from 2 weeks ago when he missed a couple. Like, who cares? Like, now he's the best. Now he's the best new rookie kicker ever.
Which one did he miss?
I don't know. I didn't see
the extra point.
Relax.
I mean, come on. That's what we're gonna hear, right? And the Christian Watson,
I know if I was there, if I were kicking and like this time, they would have been like 7 of 8, and like they only would have talked about the one that was missed.
But the one he missed actually hit a baby in the stands.
No, it killed the dog.
Killed the
dog.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they were simulating that was to win the Super Bowl. So we should probably just call it a day here.
Yeah, they actually were gusting winds the other way, and it still went all the way to the right. The Christian Watson contract details have been finalized too, of 4 years, $92 million with the Green Bay Packers after this season.
But keep going.
The incentives are where you get a lot of the boosts from it. He has a $31 million guaranteed only in this deal too.
And that's where I was going to go. Are you guys surprised that of a whatever $92 million extension, that third only, because we thought it'd be like between 40 and 50 or 50 and 60 even?
I think you basically got a 2-year $36 million deal, basically.
Yeah, so their immediately cap savings begin in 2028. Actually, if you would get $3 million in cap savings from the cap hit minus the dead cap, according to Spot Track, by 2029, when Christian Watson will be 30 years old, $29 million cap hit with only a $13 million dead cap, they would save $16 million, $15.5 million.
And Mason, you know how the Green Bay Packers organization treats 30-year-old wide receivers.
Seriously.
They're the best.
That's what they did. I mean, they did. And you knew they were going to structure the deal so that, at 30, they had an out. Yep. Like they had an out to get to move on. And that's exactly what they did. And I think it's still a good deal for Christian. Like, I think he gets he gets paid, and he gets $36 million this year.
And he also has active game bonuses. So in 2026, it is $107,000 for every active game, 107.3. So it's about 1.825 million up to in per game bonuses.
So even if he only plays 14 games, it's still 1.5 million basically.
And then in 27 through 2030, that's so weird to say that. It's 125,000, so up to 2.1 million a game during that time. A roster bonus in 2028 of $13 million. All
right, so that's when he gets cut.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It sure looks that way at least.
Okay, so as
and it's like what his base salary this year I saw was like 1.4 million.
1.425, 1.5 in 27.
What's his cap hit this year?
Cap hit this year is 10.5.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's like nothing. Like what it says to me is they made the deal and they like had a conversation and it was like, hey, we'll give you a big signing bonus. We'll push some stuff down the road. You got to prove it a little bit and show us that you can stay healthy, do all these things. He was willing to do that. And they left space open for Tucker Kraft or that next guy that they want to sign.
His cap hit in 2028 is when it really escalates. It goes to 24 million. Next year, it's 11.5.
Yeah, which again is not nothing, but is not a number
really
that
low.
It doesn't bar them from doing anything else. Mason, I'm curious, when you look at this, obviously you were a player, but now you're in the media and still part of the alumni association and still connected to the Packers, at least as, the all-time leading scorer in franchise history. When you look at this, do you look at it more from a player's perspective or from a team perspective? Like right now, we're breaking it down. All right, that's not that money for the team. Like that's a good deal for the team. Or like, hey, that's still a good deal for Christian. Like he's still getting $36 million guaranteed dollars, whatever. Like where do you, when you first see these numbers, are you thinking, like, how does that affect the player and his life and his future? Or are you thinking, like, how does that affect the team and its flexibility in building a roster and all those sorts of things?
I think even when I was playing, I see it from both sides. Like, it's like, I think, and you
Tommy, this is why Mason's leaving us in a couple of years. He's too smart for us. Like, he needs to be working in the front office or, like, athletic director or something like that. Like,
hey,
you're too smart, Mason.
Yeah. You never know.
You didn't say no. He didn't say no, Tommy.
AD Cross is not what I'm ready for.
AD Cross. Don't off your butt.
I mean, if I ever see Mason Crosby in an athletic director uniform, you already know what I'm saying.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Mason, I'll come and work and be a fundraiser for you.
Yeah, just come raise some money.
Are you kidding me?
Now that Tommy has this clip, though, like he'll never be welcome in an athletic department's office. Well, maybe he would. I mean, everything's falling apart, so maybe he can just walk right in.
Are you kidding
You'd
me?
be ahead of our radio, like at whatever.
First of all,
whatever university.
I am doing all the illegal recruiting tactics. Like I am trying.
You would
to
be the
win.
most illegal
I
recruiter.
am the most corrupt, disgusting scumbag to win a national championship.
And I'd be like, Tommy, what did you promise this guy?
Yeah,
like
the world.
15 million? Yeah.
Yeah.
What? We don't have that, Tommy. Like we figure it out.
Balcony suites. Like we're building specialized housing units for these players. That it's disgusting behavior the entire time. Just I'm talking yachts. I'm talking all of it.
I want to go back to Mason, the player.
Yeah.
3 domestic violence charges in the last 10 days in the NFL. Is this something that concerns you at all in terms of like bigger picture NFL culture? Do you think it's something that has always existed, but more is public now? What do you see, I guess, from a player's perspective when you hear about these things happening?
Let's preface that with always saying, like, anytime these things come out, yes, it's concerning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this time of year, unfortunately, seems to be that melting pot time where I don't know why, like tensions are high. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of, space. The energy's ramping up. You get back into football. It feels like this time of year, these things seem to pop up across the NFL. And you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the information for all these situations. But I will look at it and say in the scheme of how often these happen, you see 3 across all of NFL, all the players, all the things. I don't know how that matches up to the rest of society. Right.
Sure.
These things are super unfortunate. They're inexcusable if they are true, if there are serious, like all these things actually did happen. It looks like the Denver Broncos one, both of them got detained, and taken into custody. So I don't know what the information is on that.
Yep.
As far as both being held in some sort of
it's all
situation.
bad news. Yeah.
Right.
Regardless.
Right.
You just have to keep teaching. I mean, this is education, trying to support, trying to help guys, trying to help the culture in these situations, that this is going to be a tough time.
Yeah.
Like it is always tough for players in this offseason. And it almost feels like, unfortunately, whenever they go back to the building, they go back in and football starts ramping back up. I don't know if those juices get flowing, what it is, but I know those conversations in Green Bay were always ever present. As soon as we got back in the building, it's like, hey, try to guard yourself. This is going to be a tough, couple months here as you start, you leave your family, you leave your girlfriend, you leave and you come back to work. How are you going to deal with that? And I don't know how, I don't know the answer, but you hope that it's only 3 cases,
right?
And 3 instances. And then you look at that as a percentage of the whole and you say, it's awful that it's even 3, but let's hope that percentage stays small and that the majority is doing things the right way. And you just go and you try to support and help the victims and the people that are involved and get them the help that they need. And, that's a very PC line, but it's like, that is truly how I believe is just like, try to educate and help everybody understand and get ahead of it. It's just like the gambling. It's just like all these things. It's like you have to safeguard as much as you can, and then you hope that guys apply it, because ultimately at the end of the day, they are pros, they are adults, they have to manage and live their life the appropriate way. And if you get caught in a situation, now you're seeking support in a negative way instead of trying to do it and get ahead of it. And the hope is that the NFL, the PA, all these players, everyone in those buildings is trying to get ahead of it so that now we're not reactive in trying to support them after the fact.
Mace, I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts on that, because I know it's not an easy topic, and it's something, of course, that when you're in your locker room with guys that you play football with and are, you want to have each other's backs, you need to at times remember that things are going on in people's lives that you don't know what's going on, and you don't know what's going on in their homes or in the privacy of whatever they have going on. So thanks so much for sharing that for a couple minutes. Speaking of sharing, let's share some extra points when we come back. What do you say? Some meat meats.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
Yep.
I want to see. I want to ask Tommy if he's going to get a nap before the pregame.
I want to know if there's going to be something off his butt. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis. On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right, awesome Tuesday, boys. Man, that was wild. What you got there, Mitch? You know, paper?
I printed out the groups of the FIFA World Cup. A through L, baby.
There we go.
Let's go.
Who's your favorite team in Group L?
You're diving in.
My favorite team in Group L is obviously your favorite team, Ghana.
Oh,
Ghana.
I'm a big Ghana guy.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
if Ghana could beat England, that would be epic.
As much as I would
Ghana's
love to
good.
see
Ghana's
the
tough.
U.S. team do it, I'm going with Ghana for my pick to win the World Cup this year.
Ooh,
You're an
we should
idiot.
do a bracket.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Well,
Let's
you
do a
can't
World
do-
Cup bracket.
We can't do a bracket
And the
until they
knockout.
have a bracket, right?
Let's do the knockout.
When they get
yeah.
down to 32,
32.
then we'll do a
Yep.
bracket.
Yeah, well, all right, I'm picking Ghana.
Dude,
just
I'm
so you
picking
know.
Canada. Canada's got
Of course you
Bosnia,
are.
Herzegovina, Qatar, and Switzerland. That's
Yeah.
tough. Switzerland's good.
Switzerland's actually decent.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
The Swiss are. The
they're-
Swiss.
The only like real tough matchup I think in like some of the group stages is Norway and France.
I heard
Like, they're in the same
Switzerland
group.
doesn't really have a lot of good attacking or defending, and they just stay in the middle
I've
all the
heard.
time.
I've heard Switzerland.
So,
I've heard Switzerland is just kind of like to go to, but the flag's a big plus.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Dad jokes.
Jeez.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, that's
Let's
gonna hurt
go.
tomorrow. That's gonna hurt.
Oh,
That's
that's
gonna
gonna
hurt.
hurt.
Man.
God, I
Wow.
love soccer so much.
Yeah.
Mate,
Cutter, I hardly know her. Hey, okay, all right.
what's wrong with you?
that was a dong.
Get,
off the
get a
butt.
nap, bro.
Dong right
Get
off the
a
butt.
nap.
there.
Wrong right off the butt. Go get a nap. Mace, what's on your radar the next 24 hours?
I'm heading back to the golf course, watching Nolan finish up. He said he needed a sandwich, so
What are you gonna
I'm
get him?
sure things aren't going well.
Turkey?
I'm not too excited.
Just turkey or what?
Yeah, we'll find something. I don't know what's along the way. Maybe get him a Jimmy John's or something.
Oh, nice. Okay, yep.
Yeah, kind of something to fuel up. And then girls have swim meet right now. So
Oh, really?
Little Felicity's a really good swimmer. So
Is she's all good?
she's dominating.
I know
yeah.
she had some stuff going on last week, right?
What was last week? I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
always
She had
have
some health something or
Well,
something.
she like got her cast off from a
Oh,
broken
okay.
arm, and
Got
so
it.
now she's swimming. Now, she's
Wow.
winning races. So maybe it's like rookie of the year.
Anybody,
it helped her.
you getting them? Yeah, I know softball season's over, but can you take them to the batting cages once a week? Just
Well,
to
we
keep
just
the
got
swings
to
going?
ask if the girls want to play softball in the fall, so we might be
Fall ball?
might be rolling it back around. Yeah,
Love
so,
the fall ball.
just nonstop activity here, and landscapes going in at the house, people freshening some stuff up.
Finally.
Got some mulch, yeah, all
Oh,
that
yeah.
mulch.
Gotta have that.
Smells
mulch.
really nice though.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we need some mulch in the backyard. We
All right,
had
guys,
mulch
y'all
and
keep
that's done.
crushing it.
You as well. Brewers again. Gassers on the mound, lighting some gas on that fire can. Take the over 13. Both teams are going to go over 13
That's
again.
deep.
Yeah, it's going to be great tonight. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, aka Thunder. He is the leading scorer, the all-time leading scorer in Green Bay Packers history. He's Mason Crosby, and this has been the Mason Crosby Show.
Yes, it has.